Hey guys, Empirical Miracle Channel here. Came in to do a live stream. I'm getting addicted to these live streams over here. So today I have a new topic to talk about, and it's kind of a multi-topic thing, but we're going to talk about you and how you know what's right and wrong, right? You know what's right and wrong because you are a soul and you have a conscience, right? And you have your intuition. Your intuition will never lie to you guys. So you got to be careful that when you are doing something righteous and just, right? There's going to be someone or something or some entity that is going to try to bring you down, right? Uh, Duality, right? Every time that you are doing something good and positive, for your community or in your life or for others, there's always going to be somebody that comes in, trolls or somebody who is influenced by an evil entity, right, to try to tear you down, right? Take a look at Will Smith, right? He won an award that night, right? And that's the thing is the devil will try to creep in the back door every time that you are about to accomplish something big, right? And so what happens is um, Will Smith, he could have handled that a lot different. This isn't a Will Smith video, but he could have handled that a lot differently. And if he would have handled that differently, Chris Rock probably would have looked like the ass, right? But now he looks like the ass, right? So violence is never the answer, guys. Don't give away your power. That's the thing. Will Smith had the power in that moment, right? He could have even yelled across the thing, "Don't mess with my wife" or something like that. I think that would have been acceptable. People would have accepted that. But by walking up there and slapping him, he gave all of his power away. Don't give away your power, guys. So the reality, the 3D reality that we live in is dualistic by nature, right? Good, bad, up, down, left, right, hot, cold, male, female, yin, yang. Everything has a duality. Or as Einstein would say, the theory of relativity. Everything is relative to something else, right? So the universe is always looking for balance, right? And what happens is when you are manifesting at a high rate, the universe is going to try to balance itself out. If you're feeling too good, it's going to try to balance itself out, right? And so that's what you'll get trolls or you'll get people trying to block what you're doing and disrupt what you're doing because the universe is balancing itself out. Now, how you deal with that is because a lot of times you'll hear people say, "Oh man, every time something's going really good for me and everything's great, then something just comes in and wrecks it," right? And that's because the universe is balancing itself out, but you have to be grateful for the bad times, guys. Be grateful for that type of stuff. Yesterday, I was grocery shopping. I brought all my groceries in and just little things that'll happen. And I make my own hot sauce, right, for my wing sauce. And I put like granulated garlic and pepper in it and stuff. And I throw a stick of melted butter in there. So I pour all the hot sauce into a big bowl, and then I melted a butter in another bowl, and I was trying to pour the butter in, but it was hot still from the microwave, and I dropped it, and it dropped into the hot sauce, and hot sauce splattered all over my entire kitchen, and it was all over me. I had to take off my clothes right away and throw them in the wash because uh, I didn't want them to stain because red stains. And it took me 20 minutes to clean up my kitchen, right? And at first I was agitated about it, but I remembered, be grateful for this, right? Because this is the universe balancing itself out. And 99% of the time, guys, it's no harm, no foul, right? I cleaned my kitchen. It's not a big deal, right? I got the stain out of my clothes. Even the things that seem like they're catastrophic, remember that 99% of those aren't going to be as big a deal as you think it is. You catastrophize it in your mind because you associate yourself with your mind and you think of your mind and your thoughts, but you're not. So, and there are some times where there's going to be a catastrophe in your life, right? Something that's terrible, and you'll just have to deal with that eloquently. But like I said, 99% of the time, it's not going to be as big as you think it is. Like Loaf. You guys remember Loaf when he was sick in the hospital for like 5 days, was in agonizing pain for weeks. It was like a nightmare, right? I mean, I thought it was the end of the world. And look, he's back to 100%. I finally got him off all of his meds. He's 100%. It was a lesson that I learned, right? And it was the universe balancing itself out. because I was manifesting at a high rate and I was doing so great that the universe had to balance itself out. Now, what happens is what you need to do is at least acknowledge the bad times. Okay. Be grateful for them for one, because gratitude is the number one emotion associated with manifesting abundance. Being grateful for what you already have, right? Being grateful for your piece of shit truck that you have, that it gets you from A to B, and being really feel it like I'm so happy that I have this bucket of a truck, and you will manifest. The universe will make shifts to get you a nicer truck. That's happened to me. I had a crappy truck. Now I got a nice truck. Um, so be grateful for everything, guys, and be grateful for the bad times, because that's the universe balancing itself out. And now it's balanced. Now you can go back to attracting abundance, but acknowledge it, but do not focus too much on it. Don't dwell on it. I could have let that disaster in the kitchen, I could have let that ruin my whole day, and then I'd been all pissed off and thinking negatively, and then I'm going to attract more negative things, right? It's like, if you ever had like a bad day, it's a domino effect in the morning, where you stub your toe like in the first thing when you wake up, and you're all pissed off about that, right? And then you burn yourself with your coffee, and then you spill toothpaste on your shirt, right? Now you're all pissed off. You got to change your shirt and you're late for work. Now you're hitting every red light on the way to work, right? It's because you're thinking that into existence. Your negative thoughts are attracting your reality, guys. So acknowledge that it's there. You stub your toe. That sucks. Acknowledge the evil is there and move on. Don't let it control you. Don't give away your power, guys. Very important. Uh, So, sorry guys, I had some notes because I was thinking about everything that I wanted to say. Um, so remember, guys, that what you are is a soul. You're not your thoughts. Okay, you're not your personality. See, when you're a child, you're in pure consciousness, and you just are in the present moment, and you are aligned with your soul, which is what you really are. And then when you start to get about 4 years old, you get more intelligent, and then you start associating yourself with your thoughts, right? Your personality. That's how memories are created. That's why you don't remember anything prior to 4 years old. Be your soul, guys. Be the observer of your thoughts. You are the one that is observing the thought. You're not the thought itself. I am not uh, empirical miracle, right? That's my ego. I'm a soul. I'm pure consciousness. The mind is duality, guys. The soul, which is what you are, is singularity. Okay. So what you have to do, guys, is just know. The soul is knowing. The mind is understanding. And not that the mind is bad. The mind is great. You can do all kinds of stuff with your mind, right? Build a house, put a man on a moon, cook a meal, uh, anything. There's all kinds of stuff you can do. It's great, but it's not who you are. You are your soul, pure consciousness. So, sorry, guys, that my thing does that every once in a while. So you have to understand that when you are trying to manifest an abundant life for yourself, and something bad is happening trying to disrupt that, you have to just know that things will work out, and they will work out, because knowing is your soul. It's your soul, right? It's not your mind, your thoughts, okay? And you will know that something will work out, and it will. And there is no limit to what you can accomplish, guys, as long as you believe it. Okay. Like me personally, I don't believe that I can be the president of the United States. I just don't believe that. So I don't believe it. So it's not going to manifest. But let's say I really did believe that. Okay. What would happen is, if I really put myself on that frequency, the universe is going to make shifts for me to manifest that into my reality. And if the will is there, I can manifest that. I could start studying politics and understanding how everything works more, right? Eventually, I could get to that point. I just don't believe that to be true right now. When I started the DMA channel, I didn't have a clue what the hell I was doing. I got this camera, it was very intimidating. I didn't know how to work it. I didn't know how to edit anything. I sucked at editing. My editing's been getting better, but the will was there. It was there. Had a knowing. I knew in my soul that I could do it, and I did it. When the will is greater than the fear, that's how you attract it into your life. That's how you manifest it into your life, guys. So, you know, just like Jesus, like, I'm not a Christian. Jesus wasn't a Christian, but I believe in a lot of stuff. Jesus was a great man. Uh, all the great miracles that Jesus did, Do you think that you can't do that? You can do that. Jesus was a man. Jesus had lived so many lives and was so spiritually enlightened that he was probably not going to incarnate on earth again, but he came down. He chose to came down to earth to raise the vibration of the collective because we needed some help. But you can do everything that he can do. You just have to believe it, guys. You have to understand the power that you are because you are a soul. And what is a soul? A soul is a sliver of source, of the universe, of God, of Allah, whatever you want to call it. That's what you are. When the Big Bang happened, all these trillions of souls went out into the universe, which is a sliver of God, right? So you are God, guys. There is no you and me, okay? There's just you. It's the same thing. We all share a same consciousness. Um, so if you were hot your entire life, how would you know that you were hot? You would never know that you're hot, right? Until you were cold. Then you would know you were hot. Okay. And then you could go back to being hot after you were cold, right? That's what God is. God, it says in the Bible, God is love, right? The opposite of love is fear. So, in order for God to experience himself, the Big Bang happened and all these individual souls happened, which is us, okay? So that we can be in this 3D dualistic reality, hot, cold, love, fear, and experience ourself. God, what we are is just God experiencing himself, experiencing what love is. So if you take like the ocean, right? God is like the whole ocean, and then us, the souls, are the waves, right? It's the same ocean. So remember, guys, don't think in duality. It's not you and me, it's just you. That's it. There's only one thing. It's consciousness. When you die, your body ceases to function. You are not your body. Your mind, your thoughts, your personality, your sense of humor, that ceases to function, ceases to exist. And what's left? You, God, right? So check this. I did this one of my other ones. If I have my pen in this hand and my phone in this hand can't experience the pen, right? And this hand can experience the phone, but it's still part of the same body, right? This is a soul and this is a soul, right? Still part of the same body. It's having a different experience, though. See, we are all the same, guys. We're all God. We're all one. There's no difference. So, what I wanted to say, guys, is have empathy for others, guys, because there is no you and me. Okay. So, it's just you. So, if you offend someone, even if you think that they shouldn't have been offended, have empathy for that person. Because at the end of the day, at the end of the life, you are them. They are you, right? So that's a very important lesson, guys. Have empathy for other people because they are you. There's no difference. We are all souls. Souls are a sliver of source, of God. That's what you are. So I know there's going to be some trolls that are going to say, "Oh, that's funny that you talk about having empathy for people and all you do is harass people and with your camera." Well, here's the thing, guys. I believe what I'm doing is righteous. Okay? Duality, good and bad. And Thomas Jefferson said, "The tree of liberty has to be refreshed with the blood of tyrants from time to time," right? So when a tyrant is being evil, I'm being righteous. I'm trying to balance it out. Okay. So uh, I feel that I am doing service. Here's the thing, guys. We're getting into DMA stuff a little bit, but if every single American on earth was a bootlicker and we all just thought we just have to obey the police, and if they tell you to give your ID, you just give it and you obey their commands and you do everything they say. If every American thought that way, do you know how less free we'd be? You know how much of a slave this country would be? We wouldn't even be allowed to talk back to a police officer or say anything without going to jail. That's how it would be, guys. Challenging authority is what creates freedom. Okay. This country was founded on questioning authority, right? The founders of this country questioned authority and got out of the tyrannical British rule, right? That's the most American thing you can do, is to question authority. Okay. It's the most righteous thing you can do, because as individual, free, beautiful human beings, beautiful souls that we own ourselves. Okay. So if I own myself, it's immoral, it's unethical for government to say, I am going to control you. You have to do what I say. You're putting something into your body that we don't like, so we're going to lock you in a cage. Okay. That's not freedom. That's not good. That's not righteous, right? That's tyranny. That's slavery. Okay. That's why I do what I do. That's why me and AFA do what I do. What's up? Let us see in the chat. Okay, guys. So that's pretty much what I wanted to say, is that when the bad times happen, let's reiterate everything here. When the bad times happen, be grateful for the bad times, because that's how you manifest abundance. Acknowledge the bad times and then move on. But don't give it your energy. If you start giving the negative your energy and let the hot sauce situation ruin your whole day, you're just manifesting more stuff that's bad that's going to happen to you, right? Stay on that high frequency, but at least acknowledge its existence, because it is duality. Unfortunately, you can't have greatness without having the bad. You have to at least acknowledge it, right? To keep it a little bit balanced. But you want to stay up here a little bit, right? But if you just ignore it, it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. Well, then you have a tower moment, and then bam, now your life's messed up, right? And then you have to find balance again. Okay. So you want to stay like right here. Okay. You start getting too far up here, something bad will happen, because it's got to have balance. Acknowledge, acknowledge, right? Make sense? Hi, sweetie. Good job. Just stopped by to give you a like. I have to get back to work. Much love from California. Thanks, Kali Life. Appreciate you. Appreciate you coming in. So that's all I had, guys. I got 2 people in here now. I think I had 3 people max. That was cool. Oh, and I did want to give. So MLH did actually help this channel. He did do a on one of his live streams. He doesn't know about this channel, but who I was when I was in his chat. But he helped me get like 15 subs in his live stream, telling people to sub so that I could go live. So I wanted to give him a shout out for that. And that's pretty much all I got. So yeah, that's the lesson for today, guys. Don't give away your power, and be grateful for the bad times. Okay, because you are God and everyone else is God, and we all share one consciousness, right? What your soul is pure consciousness. That's it. When you die, you're not going to be understanding anything. You're not going to be figuring anything out. You're not going to have a personality or a sense of humor. You're going to be just knowing. That's it. You're just going to be knowing. That's what the soul is, pure consciousness, right? That's what everyone's soul is. And when you die, you're not a finger anymore. Now you're just the whole body, right? Okay, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Thanks for tuning in on this one, guys. I appreciate it. And until next time, guys, love and light.